Let me give you an example. WWE is going up against the Olympics. The drop in their viewership year over year. Last year they didn't have the Olympics. 2%, 3%, low single digits. AEW's in double digits, 18%, 23%, 26%. Why is that? That's what I mean about Dave Meltzer and surrogates like him making excuses to the point where anybody that's even remotely paying attention is going, wait a minute. If it's not really affecting WWE, they're going against the Olympics. Why is it having such a devastating impact on AEW? Because AEW's programming is not compelling. It's just not compelling. The stories, and I know there's a lot of people like, yeah, but there's long-term storytelling. There's stories, and Dave Meltzer said there's so many stories going on AEW that's a problem. You can't keep track of them all. Oh, don't even get me started. That is like one of the stupidest fucking things even Dave Meltzer has ever said. Talked about this on 83 Weeks this morning, which is going to drop tomorrow, by the way, Friday morning. Boy meets girl. Boy gets girl. Boy loses girl. Boy gets girl back. That's a story. It's not compelling. Nobody's going to give a shit. Nobody's going to go out of their way to listen or watch that story because it's not compelling. That's an example of the stories in AEW. Okay, I guess you could call it a story. Kind of like boy meets girl, boy gets girl, boy loses girl, boy gets girl back. It's a story. Nobody gives a shit because it's not interesting. It's not compelling. It doesn't have the elements that make a story compelling because Tony Khan doesn't know what the elements are. He doesn't have any feel. He doesn't have any instinct. He has zero experience. So he makes dream matches or lets the talent book, which is another thing that I hear a lot about. Second hand, third hand, not directly, never directly. Talent's booking their own shit. They're out there having fun. They're checking their boxes and getting big checks in the mail. It's not compelling. If it was, you wouldn't have such a precipitous drop in viewership, ticket sales, and every other metric. But what about Wembley? Fuck Wembley. And anybody that thinks that that's any kind of a barometer, it is an outlier that has a lot more to do with the rabid fan base in the UK than it has to do with AEW. All right. Hold on. I saw a comment fly by there that I think I might want to take a look at. Sorry you had to deal with that. Okay, never mind. The comment wasn't directed towards me. All right, Super Dave, keep them coming. This is fun. This is a part of the show I really like. Michael, Gavin, Ali. Hey, Eric, are you and Conrad going to cover WCW New Blood Rising next week, August 13th, 2000? Maybe. Do you think AEW will reach a television deal with Paramount to air on the Paramount Network or MTV? Let me deal with Paramount first. I doubt it. No, I don't see it. They've had, and I'm not even sure what the relationship is now. Paramount, Viacom. There was a relationship there. I think Paramount became Viacom or vice versa. I don't even know. I haven't been paying attention. But no. Long story short, absolutely not. They will not do a deal. That's a problem that Tony's having right now, and I should probably circle back just a little bit. Thank you, Michael, Gavin Ali, for bringing this up because I did forget to kind of finish a thought. When Tony Khan talking about his weekend in Paris with David Zaslav, like it sounds like a movie trailer. AEW is fucking damaged goods. Let me tell you, I spent 10, 12 years as a producer of an independent television producer with my partner, Jason Hervey. We created, produced, and delivered television shows to a variety of networks, including Paramount, Viacom. I have a fair amount of experience in that world. So I'm not just telling you what I think may be going on without the benefit of having experienced it myself. But when I tell you that no network wants to take any other network's sloppy seconds, as crude as that may sound, it doesn't begin to accurately describe the disdain or the resistance of one network to take another network's leftovers. And right now, Tony Khan and AEW have zero leverage. Absolutely nothing. Because any network executive was, first of all, going to look at professional wrestling and go, why? It's too hard to sell. Advertisers don't really like it. Why do I want to take a look at professional wrestling? Oh, because it's a live action show and it delivers 600,000 viewers a week for 50, 60, 75 million dollars a year. I wouldn't want to be pitching that. Not if I planned on having a career in the television industry. Like if I was an agent and I had a client that came in with the AEW property, so would you help me sell this? I'd probably take a pass on that. I would find other things more important, more profitable, with more potential. Because right now, if anybody looks at the last 18 months of AEW's trends, it's trending towards the toilet. So there's no leverage there whatsoever. I don't know. We got off on a tangent. Sorry. Super Dave, feed me. Sorry, Ryback. Lady B, have you seen Mercedes in character promos she does on IG? Absolutely fucking not. Like, I'd rather chew off a finger than to watch any more of her than I had to. Ironically, she does them after her boring TV promos. It's almost night and day. Shocking that she's better when the camera is off. Interesting observation. Thank you, Lady B. And I will be checking that out. That's interesting. It's an interesting observation. I wonder why that is. Sounds like, without having seen it, if it's true, if Mercedes is much more comfortable with a phone in her hand, cutting a promo, than she is in front of people out in the center of the ring, okay, not ideal, but manageable. Work around it. That's my point. That's the difference between Sasha Banks in WWE and Mercedes Moné in AEW. One company knew how to produce her. The other company doesn't have a clue. But perhaps there's potential there, and I will check it out. Very interesting. Thank you, Lady B. Rick71, hello, Eric. As an indie wrestling promoter myself, I watched the trends of TV wrestling. AEW's success early on beefed up the indie scene. As they flounder, we're seeing the effects at our level as well. I hate to hear that, but just a reminder, I had an opportunity to talk to Brett Lauderdale over at GCW yesterday, as a matter of fact. And he's killing it. He's killing it. He's on his way to Tokyo to do a show over there for GCW and Triller. So independent wrestling, and there are other independent wrestling promoters that I talk to on a fairly regular basis that are also experiencing tremendous success. And I'm sorry to hear that you are not, but I'm going to have a hard time drawing a direct connection to the overall independent wrestling scene and AEW's dismal performances over the last 18 months or 2 years. Maybe there is, because I'm not as close to it as you are, my friend. So I will keep an open mind, but to me, I just don't give that much significance to AEW. Perhaps it's something else in your market, maybe. But thank you for that, Rick. I appreciate that very much. And best of luck to you. Best of luck to you. If there's anything ever I can do to promote one of your shows, put you up on Facebook, Twitter, put your stuff over, help you promote, reach out to me. I'll take care of you. Because I have a lot of respect for independent wrestling promoters. You guys are, I know a lot of it is passion. Most of it is passion, because it's tough to make a buck in the indie wrestling scene as a promoter. A lot of risk involved. And I really admire people who take risks and pursue their dreams. So if I can help you in any way, I will. Just DM me on X, Twix, and I'll do what I can for you, brother.